Hello everyone, welcome to Tier 1, Season 3, Round 5. We're here in Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix. So far, Psych leads the way from Randro, or from Tyro, then from Randro, as we are here in the hills of Belgium, and it is raining. Here we go, as it gets very rainy. Drivers are going to have to try set a lap. Griffin's gone straight out onto the intermediates as people are trying to set lap times. It could be a very interesting end to qualifying as we watch Magnus, the only driver at the moment, is being overtaken by, I think that's Randro, and Randro spun. He's off into the grass and he's lost his front wing. I don't know if anyone is going to get a really solid lap time on the softs. Griffin could be the one to take provisional pole, we'll see. But Magnus was first out of the pit lane and he could be the first to set a lap. We'll soon find out as he's wrestling the car through the corners. But the softs just aren't coping. Although they were on his out lap, it's getting much heavier, much quicker. But he has set the fastest sector 2 anyway. He's drifting about. As it's Jake May, he's lost it completely, he is out, and so has the Aston Martin of Francaroso. Many people have came in, abandoned their laps and have gone back out on the intermediates, which probably is the smarter choice because Magnus is going to come to the line even with the bit of pace he had at the start of his lap. He will go provisional pole, but look at his tyres, they're all over the place. It's a 1:12.1 in Randro. He's straight into the pit lane. Behind him is Skifan, who had to cut the last corner. Next up, I think will try be Psych, who won't get a great lap in, but he'll get a lap in nonetheless. I think the first solid lap here could be Griffin. He gets around to his Psycho's quickest with 2 minutes 10 seconds. As looks like a Patish Hund has struggled. He's decided to call it quits. tank is the same, as it got very wet very quickly here, and at the moment intermediates are probably the faster tyre. Stream up now so I can see people's comments. So Griffin went fastest with 1 minute 55. There's many people. I'm gonna have to get a lap in because the rain is falling, it's getting worse. It could be Griffin on pole here, more than likely. Pigster is on a lap on the intermediates. Can he do better than Can he do better than Griffin? I can see our comments on the YouTube if you do comment anything now. Pigster to the line. Will he go provisional pole? He will, with a 1 minute 55.5. A very good lap indeed from him, as Tyro goes even faster. Oh no, it doesn't go faster, it hasn't improved. So that will only be P2 for Tyro so far. Randro, another one on our lap, but closest to the line is Ryan Curran. Or it's Lucas Paul. No, Ryan Curran. He's at the fastest sector 1. So we'll see what he can do. If there's anything in the Alpine. Just first pizza. No. People watching the stream, which is very, very good. I'm right on board with Ryan Curran as he is the closest to the line. I don't think anyone else will improve, as I think Griffin has run out of fuel. And Ryan Curran's actually getting very close to running out of fuel. And he may run out of fuel as the lap goes, as he heads through Blanchevon. Ryan Curran into the bus stop chicane. What lap time can he set? It won't be quickest, but it will be a quick lap. It's quicker than most. It's P4. We'll go with Randro, who's also through the bus stop chicane. What lap time can he set? P4 as well. Track conditions aren't getting better, and it's gonna be costly for the likes of Randro. Especially Syke as well, he's very late to set a lap. It's Jake May obviously DNFing, but Lucas Paul's going to come through the bus stop chicane now. What lap time Can the Argentinian set? Again, it's not. It's going to be P6 behind Curran. Behind him, the ski fan starting a lap. Then it's Fancaroso. He's through the bus stop chicane. It's kept it very tidy indeed from him. And it's going to be P5. Apologies for missing that, but Randro, as I came back into the room, has just set the fastest lap time and does go on to provisional pole. That's a very good lap time indeed, considering he's on the intermediates. And as track conditions still begin to worse, I don't see another driver beating that. Skifan could be the next driver to do that. He heads through the bus stop chicane. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a fast enough lap, as I think that's Lucas Paul flying into the pit lane there. Skifan goes P7. Next up is Apathish Hund, comes to the end, or starts his sector 3. As he heads into the bus stop chicane now. What can the Ferrari driver do? Again, I don't think it will be as quick, but he takes it round the final few corners very nicely indeed. It will not be nowhere near as quick as Randro, but it will go P7. Next is Turkey Boy, who's going slowly. He has run out of fuel. Behind him is Randro, who's also ran out of fuel. Behind them is, I think it's X-Kiamba. Now, a 12-second time, so this, well, he'll improve more through the final sector, but we'll see what it would be as he comes to the line now. Through Blanchardvant he goes. It's been a very smooth final sector, as much as I can see. Hopefully he does not get held up by Randro coming into the pit lane. X-Kiamba to the line. It's going to be an improvement to put him P12, so not great at all. Skifan on his in-lap, and behind him is Fancaroso, who is also, I think, on an in-lap. Everything seems very quiet at the moment, not much is happening. Syke is on a lap, but 1.1 second down. Syke does not improve on his time, and no one else is really on a lap. Griffin It's 14 seconds down. Ryan Curran behind him is on an out lap, along with Lucas Paul and a few others. Hex Kiamba, his qualifying is over. He will start P12 as he has to come into the pit lane and put on a new fresh set, which just take too long. As I don't think Okay, we'll watch as people get to the line. Syke starts his flying lap. Randro is going to start to head to the line now for his final flying lap. Same with Fancaroso behind him. Here's Ryan Curran is on a lap and is 1.5 seconds up. This could be a good lap from Ryan Curran because the rain seems to be getting a bit lighter, so drivers could be improving on times. I think it's Lucas Paul it's Ski Fan is letting through. Ryan Curran is about to run out of fuel, so this will be his final lap of the session. Where can he put the car? He'll go P6 for now with a 1:56.05. More people that are approaching. Apata Chund is approaching. He's on a lap. Ex Kiamba, I think he is slower, so he will make his way into the pit lane. Behind him is many people at the line. Pigster goes quickest of all. I did not see that coming. Griffin can't improve. And Lucas Paul goes P8. So who else is on a lap? Tyro. He's 8 tenths up. So this will be enough to put him. I don't think it'll be on provisional pole unless he improves more through the final corners. Tyro 0-0. Will he go quickest? Yes, he will. So, can Randro stop him is the question. First of all, we move to Syke, who's 5 tenths up. It's not going to be enough here from the 3-time race winner. Can he win 4 in a row this weekend and break the man behind him currently, Lucas Paul's record? We don't. And will he be able to go provisional pole? Syke, to the line he goes. It won't be pole, it's only going to be P4 behind Randro for now. Randro is just under a tenth up. That's not going to be enough for anything other than the third row. We'll see as he approaches the bus stop chicane. Provisional pole. Randro, 17, to the line. It's not going to be pole, it's only going to be P3. Ryan Curran's going to bring that car in. And finally, Fancaroso goes P7. Also waiting on Ski Fan coming through the final few corners. He didn't set a great lap at the start, but could set a fairly decent one now. Ski Fan, 999 to the line, goes P10. And then finally we wait for 2 Magnus to finish his lap as he goes through the bus stop. It's not going to be much quicker, and it's only going to be him remaining in P13, as then we finally just wait for Ryan Curran to head to the pit lane. An interesting qualifying with Syke our current championship leader, only starting from the back of the second row. Tyro, that is his, if I look at the standings correctly. Tyro, that is his second pole position in CTCR, or his third pole position in CTCR. He set one in Hungary and one in Imola, and he'll be setting one again today. So let's go through the grid. Tyro on pole with Pig P2, Randro P3, Syke P4, Turkey Boy P5, Griffin P6, Fancaroso P7, Ryan Kern P8, Lucas Paul P9, Skifan 10th, Kamba 11th, Patushund 12th, 13th to Magnus, 14th is Jake May, 15th Rayan. As we are also gonna, I think, a driver through the grid. So it is all dry so far anyway. I don't know about a weather report. We'll soon find out as the rain gets lower. Skifan has disconnected from session. We hope he gets back in time for the start of the race. I don't know if I'm going to be able to invite him. He's going to just have to join. I'd like if we could actually comment on the race instead of whatever yous are commenting on. We've 12 viewers so far as we start the race. As the formation lap begins, and we are underway. A bit of a long wait there, but the formation lap does get underway. And as Tyro leads us away, we'll have a check on what tyres everyone's wearing. Everyone wearing the mediums except Pigster, which is a very interesting decision indeed. We'll soon find out later in the race on how that will plan out. Get our telemetry up and we'll get going for the Grand Prix. Stuff is happening at the back. Patushund taking a bit long, but we've both AlphaTauri drivers here. These two, obviously Rayan is supposed to be Alpine and Ryan is supposed to be AlphaTauri, so that's what it's going to be like for them. And then obviously NRG Mother is going to be reserved in the AlphaTauri, so they're going to get some solid points today. We'll soon find out about that. 16 racers and 22 laps to go of this Belgian Grand Prix. You see the predicted pit stop strategies there come up a minute ago. Softs to hards, mediums to hards, or hards to mediums, as the grid shows, as we just wait now for Tyro to head through sector 3, get to the end of the lap. Tyro lines up on the grid. As we get ready to get going again. Right, we got a good camera angle here. So here we go to 5 red lights for the Belgian Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. It's a very decent start from Tyro. Pigster can't really quite get those hards going as Randro pulls alongside. There's a crash at the back. An Alpine has gone off. An ex-Kiamba is retired from the session. And I think that's already a safety car as 2 Magnus picks up a penalty for a collision with Lucas Paul as it's absolute chaos into the first corner. Kiamba out early in the session and Skifan couldn't get back in time and unfortunately has been disqualified. Happened to Rando last week. It's happened to him this week. Very, very apologetic. We won't restart though, unlike some other league, as Ryan Kern has dropped to the back. We'll check position change and we'll see who has gained most. So Ryan Kern has dropped back. The front 7 have not changed, but obviously from Ryan Kern dropping back means Lucas Paul goes up 1, 2 Magnus got up 4 but have gotten a 5-second time penalty in the process. Patrick Sund has picked up 2 and has avoided all the carnage. Got up into 11th. It's Jake May P12, NRG P13. See then Ryan Kern has lost out the most. He'll be into the pit lane. I don't think anyone else will be scavenging in with him as our first safety car of the race happens. Apologies for maybe my lack of talking today. I do have a sore throat, so I won't be able to commentate as loudly and as much. So again, apologies for that. So we wait for Magnus and Ryan Kern to catch up. The safety car should be in on lap 3 and we'll get back on lap 4 because I don't think it can come in the same lap it came out. So we just wait. So Ryan Curran and Rayan have both retired from the race. So it's handy because I don't have to deal with them being reserves. But I don't know what has happened between those two. Safety car should be in this lap. As Tyro will lead us on the way. As we wait now for the safety car to enter the pit lane and Tyro to get underway. I think he's gone already into the bus stop. He has gone. Randro is in the pit lane. Has he got wing damage? I don't know why he's into the pit lane. We'll go back to the people at the front and we'll see if there's going to be a move up there. Psych, oh, almost caught up guard by Turkey Boy, who's got himself up into P4. Randro into the pit lane for a front wing change. So something has happened there to the Mercedes driver under the safety car, and he is going to be a long way back now until the end of this race. Tyro and Pigster right on the back of him. Is Pigster going to possibly line up a move? He's just a bit too far back. And Tyro is going to remain in position. Griffin is able to get by NRG Mother down the Kendall Straight. Everything fairly smooth so far. Not much happening other than the two at the front getting a bit of a gap to Psych, who had to defend from Turkey Boy into turn 1. This is the yellow flag. And someone's gone off. It's Griffin. Griffin's gone off. And I think Fancaroso hit into him. And it's going to be another safety car. That's 2 safety cars within the space of a few laps. And luckily, Randro 17 has gotten very lucky indeed. Because although he will be starting from the back now, he will be able to catch up now on the fresh hards. A few drivers have decided to come into the pit lane. Obviously, Fancaroso. I think, what's his penalty? He's got a drive-through penalty. I think that was maybe for speeding, or possibly for the incident under the safety car, and an NRG Mudder and a Patish Hund decided to come into the pit lane. We've lost 5 people already in this race, and well, I wouldn't say that's too great at all. So the safety car is going to have to go around one more lap before we get going again. Oh, and there's rain. Rain is out, and drivers are in for intermediate tyres. Now, most of us decided to stay out because they've just gone onto fresh hards. But rain is out, and Tyro, Pigster, Psych, it's Jake May, and Magnus have decided to take the gamble of going to intermediates. Now, how long this rain will stay out for, we don't know. But we're guessing the safety car will be in this lap as long as 2 Magnus is able to catch up. So this could be very interesting indeed. So the safety car is in this lap yet again. Hopefully we can get a few more laps of racing this time, as Lucas Paul has lost it and has beached the car. He will try get into it, but he couldn't get out, and he is DNF'd. Unfortunate for him. He has been disqualified, and Turkey Boy, Randro, they're all deciding to come into the pit lane. It was a smart decision from Tyro coming into the pits, but Pigster is right on the back of him. This could be very close going into turn 1. We'll see if Pigster's going to try send it. Who's late on the brakes? They're both very equal on the brakes. Tyro locks up a bit. Pigster goes for the switchback. Is he in the lead? Yes, he is. Pigster takes the lead of a Grand Prix for the 2nd time in his CTCR career. He is in the lead of the race. Everyone who didn't come on for intermediates have made an awful mistake, but Tyro, yet again, right on the back of Pigster. Can he retake the lead in the slipstream? Goes down the inside on the Camel Straight. They're both burning the ERS. They're side by side. How will this end? It's going to end well. Pigster defends Tyro and takes the lead of the race. Psych and Magnus also get an absolute amazing start for the McLaren boys. They're 3-4 at the moment, 14 seconds back to the lads that had to make a pit stop and are now 14 seconds behind the pack. As Randro getting very close to Turkey Boy, not close enough. Tyro and Pigster is the real battle at the moment. They really are head to tail as they go down through Puyon, through the tricky sector 2 as Pigster runs a little bit wide than normally does. The rain is falling, and not for the first time in CTCR we've had a wet race. This could be very interesting as we head to the end. Huge call on strategy there from Tyro and Pigster, and both of them have succeeded. Tyro still right on the back of Pigster as two Magnus and his Jake May are trading positions at the moment. Is it Jake May going to go around the outside? Not quite. But we'll switch to Tyro and Pigster. The battle for P1 with Psych also coming close behind. He has all the pressure on him right now. Psych, Randro, who had a lot of pressure on him going into the start of this race, has had some sort of issue under the safety car and is back in P7 as if Jake May does get by Magnus before the start of the DRS even on the Camel Straight, even though there won't be DRS because we're in intermediates. He has got by, he's up in the P4. So it's been a pretty good drive from him from the back of the grid. I think that's P14 to P4 for him as Randro does get by Turkey Boy heading into the braking zone at the Camel Straight. They're both side by side though at the moment. It's not a great camera angle they're showing us. Turkey Boy going to try go back round the outside. He's run a bit wide, but it generally has taken the racing line and has defended his position. Randro stuck behind the Ferrari at the moment and trying to get by. Will he get by? Down to Puyon they go now. He's going to maybe try one down the inside. He has a half look, decides otherwise, tucks inside. The next overtaken zone is normally down into Blanchimon, which Pigster and Tyro are going through right at the moment. And Tyro right on the back. Will he decide to make a move into the bus stop chicane? They're side by side going into the bus stop. Pigster forced him wide. Tyro gets the elbows out. He's in the lead, but Pigster will have the better exit. It's a drag race down to turn 1. Tyro retakes the lead. Pigster pulls him behind. Will maybe try again. One down the inside of Randro. Has to optimise his line. Tyro retakes the lead as Psych now gets right on the back of Pigster as they head down to Eau Rouge up to Radion. It's head to tail from the three of them here, all battling for the race lead. As Psych is really in the slipstream of Pigster. He's going to pull side by side. Not a great camera angle. He couldn't quite pull side by side as Randro did get by Turkey Boy as seen there. But Psych couldn't get by Pigster, and Pigster starting to drop a bit further away from Tyro now, who may win his first race of the year. We do not know. Psych starts to drop a bit further behind, and Randro now has 8 seconds to Magnus. It's a lot of time to make up, and if there isn't a second round of pit stops, I think this could be the end for Randro's race and possibly the end for his championship. Things just aren't going his way at all this season, and unless there's a serious comeback, it's going to be difficult for him as Tyro crosses the line with a 1.6 lead over Pigster with 12 laps remaining. Ooh, Syke runs a bit wide, doesn't want to pick up a penalty there, but he is starting to fall a bit further behind Pigster. Maybe it's just not his track, Syke, and maybe this could be the end of his 3 wins in a row. It won't be 4, and the man who is 15th and disqualified at the moment has that record along with Syke. Syke isn't going to be able to beat it. Well, as of now, we'll soon find out. And unless it's a safety car, we won't find out.
we have Tyrell coming down the pitch straight here, leading the pack away. Pigster follows behind. Maybe it is wet weather though, you know. Syke looks like he's Syke is really doing the business on the wet compound here. Maybe it is wet weather. I think these Inter players are going to struggle later on in the race. Definitely. Five-second penalty here for Energy Mother and the Ice Dusha.
So safety car has been out a while. It's the third safety car this race. It's been an interesting race and a lot of gambling going on. It is really very wet at the moment, and it could be. Oh, and Pixar's accidentally done the glitch. I think it's all sorted now. So Syke chose to go on the wets, which was maybe a smart decision after all, because he's in P3 now at the moment, really close. It's Jake May has spun out on the intermediates, and Randro is up in P6. So essentially here, he is P2. And if he can get a good restart ahead of the two Ferraris, he could get right on the back of Syke. We'll see now with 5 laps remaining. So here we go, safety cars in this lap. And there's the people that could be on the podium here if the rain continues to stay as worse as this could be Frank Orozzo, Randro and Syke. We'll soon find out as the safety car will get underway and Tyro will go as it's going to be 3 wide down to turn 1. Syke has already got Pigster. Pigster shoved Syke off into the grass. That's not great at all. Someone's gone off. Tyro's gone off. Pigster's off. And somehow Turkey Boy, no, Syke's back into the lead. Turkey Boy's re-overtaking him. Randro's got a fantastic start up into P3. Everything's gone wrong for Tyro as it's Jake Mate is onto the full wets now. Everything's gone wrong for Tyro and Pigster, and they've dropped out of podium places. Randro just so much better. Someone's gone off. It's Tyro. It's Pigster. Tyro's out of the race with 4 laps to go, and Tyro will only be scoring 4 points. It's been an absolute manifest here in Belgium, but we're going to have a crazy last 4 laps because it's Randro chasing down the championship leader Syke, who may get finally that 4th race win in a row. We'll soon find out with 4 laps to go. Frank Orozzo is right on the back of Apache Shund, who's gone wide, and eventually now the safety car has came out for the final time this race. So Turkey Boy, Pigster and Apache Shund will be able to get on the full wets, and the safety car will be in on lap 20. It's been a crazy race so far. 4 safety cars. First in a while we've had that amount, and it's going to be a crazy end to the race. So everyone's onto the full wets apart from Turkey Boy, who does have a drive-through penalty. So that could be costly for him as we head to the end of this race. And that's almost guaranteed, I think, for him then to finish P7. I think it's Jake May tried to serve that penalty, not realising you cannot do that during a safety car. So he'll still have that. So both of them will be battling out at the back. But obviously it's Jake May will have fresher wets. But the lads should hurry up and we can get the safety car in this lap, or we can get racing again. Syke and Randro are going to be the two going for it. What an end to this race it's been. Oh, and Syke has been overtaken by Randro. Now, how has that happened? I'm going to have to look back at that. How has that happened there? No, Randro's kind of letting back by. As Pigster and it's Jake Mayer also trading positions, and Randro's got back by Syke again. Syke's got back by Randro again. And I think that's the end of it. So we should be in this lap for lap 21 and 22. The final laps of this race is it's Jake May has lost it, so we'll only have 6 remaining cars. It's been a very poor as far as driving standard, but well, you can't say it hasn't been a challenging race. 22 laps of Spa isn't easy, and especially when it comes to full wet and intermediate conditions. We'll soon see if there's going to be any more DNFs towards the last 2 laps of this race. So here we go. Syke will lead us underway. Can Randro get the better of him? Syke goes. He gets a better restart than Randro, and will take a fine lead of this race heading into the second last lap of the Grand Prix. Turkey Boy's going to try his best despite his drive-through penalty if he can stay in the podium for as long as he can before this drive-through anyway. He has to serve it this lap, so we'll soon find out whether he does or not, as Randro's getting a good lead here. Frank Caroso just isn't quite getting close enough to Turkey Boy on this occasion, and a Patishund and Pigstar going side by side, and Pigstar is through on the inside into P5. Randro, it's a must-win race, and he needs to get his move on this final few laps now if he wants to get those 25 points he desperately needs. The fastest lap of the race so far is Tyro, who said a 153.3 on the medium tyres at the start of the race, and obviously that hasn't changed. As Turkey Boy, the conditions are actually starting to get a bit more clearer now, and Turkey Boy is currently actually the fastest man on track and may get by Randro. Randro's going to try defend, which is a very odd decision considering how much he could have this race win wrapped up. Pigster has DNF'd in Sector 3 as Turkey Boy serves his drive-through penalty. So everybody, it is an intermediate track. It's just on the last lap who is going to be able to do that. Who's going to be able to cope with the intermediates, or with the intermediate conditions on full wets better, because those tyres will be getting very heated indeed. As Randro just seems too far back, and I don't think it's going to be his first race win. And all things going smoothly, it's looking like Psych will win the 4th race in a row. Absolute domination it has been from the McLaren driver, but we'll soon find out whether that be the case. So we head to the final few laps. These two, Apatishund, Fancaroso, battling it out for a podium. They've managed to stay in the race. 2 out of 5 drivers in battling the race, in staying in the race, as Apatishund does go down the inside and takes the podium off the Aston Martin. Oh, and Randro gets out of shape there. Hasn't been great for Randro 17 today, but he has made a miraculous comeback onto the podium and onto P2 as well, and will, although maybe losing 7 points in the championship, he's added another 15 and another 14, or added another 18 and another 14 ahead of Tyro, which I think will put him back up into P2 in the standings, but a long way away from Psych, who headed through Blanchevon. Everything gone smoothly for the McLaren driver today. He goes through the bus stop chicane. The McLaren of Psych, he didn't look like he was winning this race maybe a few laps ago, but he's winning this race now. Psych wins the Belgian Grand Prix. A fantastic race from the McLaren driver with Randro in P2. He's won the race and will step on the top step of the podium here in Belgium. 4 race wins in a row from the McLaren driver. The first ever in CTCR, as he extends his lead at the top of the championship once more. So that is the end of the race. We'll head to race director just to get all the penalties and warnings that we've got. Not many for exceeding track limits anyway. So that has been it for Belgium. It's Psych P1, Randro P2, Apatishund P3, Fancaroso P4, Turkey Boy, Pigster, it's Jake May, Tyro, Energy Mother, 2 Magnus, Griffin, Ryan, X-Camba, Lucas Paul and Ski Fan will wrap up all of the race today. Thank you for watching and good night.